I'd go back to bed all day, whereas the guys who did science had to go and work all day, medicine labs. It's incredibly... People say the Oxford and Cambridge crews aren't full of proper guys doing proper courses. It's not true. They do really serious courses.
There are one or two that do land economy, isn't there?
That's well, land economy, you know. It's reasonable.
Philosophy and some of those, the economy of effort.
Philosophy.
Well, the wife did philosophy. I know how much effort goes into doing philosophy. It's a lot of reading. My point is, it's a lot of reading rather than a lot of lectures.
Yes, exactly. That's why I had a lot of reading, so I could get away with it, and I could go back to bed in between training sessions, things like that.
Still very impressed.
I was more impressed with the fact that you like a good, nice big wine and make a good lasagna. And I like the sound of your dinner parties, but we'll get to that a bit later.
History, for you, though, is something that you're truly passionate about, isn't it?
I love history. I mean, history's great. People say, oh, I think history's really boring. I say, you're completely insane. History can't be boring. History is everything that's ever happened. You know, what's going on out there in that car park at the moment, that's history, you know. So it's well, it will be in a minute. It will be in a minute. Give it some time, it'll be history. So for me, yeah, it's very alive. It's the reason that we're all, you know, doing the things we're doing today.
And are there any... You seem to know, I think you know everything, but are there any things that still stump you? You still want to find out?
I don't know anything. I'm the worst pub quiz guy. If I hate pub quiz, I fear pub quizzes because I go into pub quiz, they go history round, everyone goes, all right, Dan, crack on. And I go, I don't know. History is everything. I don't know the name of the second Prime Minister of France in 1843. I mean, it's, you know, there's a lot of stuff out there,
So what's the point of it, then?
Well, you can just... Well, the point of it, you're never bored. If you love history, you'll never bored. It's like cooking. There's so many recipes. You can just go through your life and you can always... Oh, there's something else to find absolutely fascinating.
I suppose one of the most sort of historic moments of British politics has happened this week with the passing of Baroness Thatcher. How do you think she's going to be remembered in 10, 15, 20 years' time?
Yeah, I think, well, it's historic, isn't it? It's the only thing people can agree on, that she's a historic figure, probably the most important Prime Minister of the second half of the 20th century. I think, you know what, when the dust is all settled, the historians will look back and I think they'll think she was neither as radical and crazy and successful as some people say, or as awful and dreadful and mean as some people say. I think the result will be somewhere just about in the middle. She's a bit more ambiguous than the two sort of, you know, cheerleaders on either side are saying. The
polar opposites. It's amazing how divisive it's been as well. Sort of, and as you know, unfortunately for her family and friends, it's just to be sort of in the maelstrom of people's opinion and debate must be really difficult.
It must. I mean, it is weird, isn't it? And people just get so emotional. But if you look at it, you know, you get the people out there saying, well, let's look at some facts, but they're just getting swept away with a sort of tidal wave of aggro from both sides.
Yeah. I just find it quite hard when people are so like vitriolic and somebody's just died, whatever. But anyway, we'll move on from there.
Yeah.
One of your projects in the pipeline is called Dam Busters.
Yes.
About the RAF.
Yes.
Campus is home to the Casey's Cheese Truck Challenge. 10 towering grilled cheese sandwiches weighing a gooey 6 pounds.
Some of the most notable figures in history have come out of this school. Presidents from Taft to Clinton, writers like Sinclair Lewis and Tom Wolfe. And now one more notable Yaley joins the list. King Hungry VIII.
This regal warrior of MVF Nation, Rick Best, has taken on this cheesy foe before at Casey's Cheese Truck Challenge. But first, in MVF Nation, no learning institution is truly great unless it's got access to top-notch chow-down options. And here, it's all about the pie.
Now, while New Haven is home to my alma mater, the beautiful Yale University, it's also home to a unique style of brick oven pizza, known locally as Abitz. And now, while there are many legendary places to sample tradition, today, I want modern Abitz.
Go through the whole program of 4 years. Are you then not trying to institutionalize dropouts? And isn't that the reason for the multiple exit points? Also, I would like to know what the real motive for implementing this FYUP is. Is it to actually encourage analytical thinking, which according to me should be the goal of education, or is it merely to create puppets for corporate houses?
Corporate or non-corporate, don't you think students need to get employment? Don't you think they need to earn their bread? Where do you think they will go? 30% are dropping out without a piece of paper. Has anyone cared?
We students took maths in 11th grade just because we wanted to get into BCom honors course. Now maths is not there. It's not compulsory. That gives humanities students a well chance to get into that course. Maths brings down percentage of so many students, but they take it purposefully just to get into BCom honors. Now with soaring cutoffs, I can't even hope for Venkateshwar College at 95.25.
You've changed the rules of the game.
Let me tell you something. These are not decisions that one person takes. This is a decision of the Department of Commerce. Now, that's the way they decided to go. You have to give them that. It is their prerogative. The university doesn't play a role in this.
There should have been some coordination with CBSE.
Well, this is a one-time thing, and remember, whenever change occurs, there will always be certain incongruities.
But sir, she would rightly feel that she's been left out because of what she thought were the rules of the game and the rules changed.
You haven't let me finish. Also, why do you name a college? Let me tell you something. Do you think a teacher in any other college gets recruited in a different way? Exactly the same conditions apply when you recruit a teacher, no matter which college. Does the degree change? The degree doesn't even mention the college. And 3, have faith in yourself. You go into a system, the same curriculum kicks in. The same teachers, the same quality of people will teach you. It's a University of Delhi program.
We, from the outside view, we feel that probably teachers need to really gear up for the changing world. The world has gone on online. The fastest companies today are probably online, mobile app companies, and so on. So are the Delhi University teachers being geared up in certain fashion?
On a lighter side, try messing around with a teacher in my university. But that's not true. We are orienting teachers. Already, I think about 800 teachers have been, or maybe lesser, but around that number, have already been oriented. As regards technology, the university is working in a major way in tandem with many government agencies. You know, the National Knowledge Network has been brought to our doorstep by the government of India. It's a 1,000 megabyte high-speed internet highway. Through that, now we are taking it to every single college.